I think there's been a theme about karma that's sort of recurring in my thoughts, and I'm being guided to just speak a little bit of what I feel surrounds the word karma at the minute. Because it seems like, even though, you know, many of us are schooled up on like the spiritual terms and the understanding about karma, but yet actions don't change. So I guess I just wanted to say a few things about how I view karma, which is just energetics, which is a positive and negative karma, or good and bad, if we want to do it in the sort of concrete black and white terms, although we live life in the grey, as we know. Even if you're thinking negative things or harbouring jealousy and envy against someone else and sending ill will, this is all negative karma. It distorts, it imbalances the energy within our own personal field, our own auric field, and it goes against the laws of the universe, the universal law. And if we continue to stay in that negative vibration, which is obviously fear-led, which if we live in a love vibration, fear is a figment of our imagination. It doesn't actually exist, because we're meant to incarnate on this life for things to be in flow. Like, life's not meant to be hard for a lot of us souls who are doing the conscious work to repair any of the ancestral generational curses that we've carried forth through the lineage. Again, no blame to anything, but look at what the world has been up until this point, with the wars and with just horrific things that have happened to human physical bodies, who have babies. And with women, we carry, you know, I was in my grandmother's tummy when my mum was born. There's the 3 generations there. So anything that is in our own personal lineage and also societal at that time gets ingrained in the psyche, and we carry all of this memory and things through. So for those of us who are doing the conscious work to address the idea of karma, what it means in our life, the karmic debt that we may have accumulated over different lives or this life, and rebalancing how we connect with this energy in our own lives, and also in the relationship, the extension of ourselves with the external world. Because there will always be karmic justice, which I've talked about before. Natural law, cause and effect, law of polarity, everything is in constant vibration, motion. Everything gets balanced out. So we don't know necessarily a timeline of this. I mean, time at the minute is very, well, I guess it's dissolving. Sometimes I feel like it's speeding up. Sometimes I feel like I'm back last year. You know, it's very, very sort of strange unravelling of the concept of time at the minute, which I feel I'm not the only one that's experiencing it, because I speak to people about it. But anyway, without going on another tangent too early on, it's only 3 minutes in. Is that karmic justice, the balancing, always has to maintain itself for everything to function in the universe. Everything has its place, everything has its right time, everyone has we have our moments. And that is to do with the balancing out. So if we are harnessing a darker vibration, and consistently from the dream state to the day state, we're not connecting with gratitude at all. When we wake up in the morning, it's moaning, it's filling our vessel with shite, and yet we have cheat days, whatever. But I mean, consciously rise to the day, hydrating the body and putting vitamins in, like, actually affects the brain. The gut and the brain are connected. So all of this stuff, if we continue to act in a dark vibration of, oh, look at what she's got, or what's he doing, or how can I do, and all this comparative, I guess, underhand and manipulative, controlling energy, if like, we can't focus on ourselves when we continue to look out. We focus on the lack all the time, and so that is imbalancing our karmic energy, and we are potentially growing the karmic debt that we need to balance out at some point. Now, karmic debt will get served, or the justice will get served according to the severity of our thoughts and, you know, physical or physical actions. Intentionally being deceptive, verbally abusive, or physically manipulative, or in astral working with spell work and everything, or death magic, or blood magic, or graveyard magic. It comes back to this person who's doing it. I felt like many people, because of where I was going or how I harnessed my energy, felt like I was doing spell work. I just ain't got time for that. My life's never been about that. As I mentioned in a video before, I've been raised, well, by another earth angel, and like naturally my energy is high and in the light, naturally. Obviously I had to wade through years of sort of mental imbalances, which I do believe were connected to other people's perceptions of me, and curses and hexes sent my way unknowingly. Oh gosh, they're doing the banging. But anyway, it doesn't need to be a long video, but I'm just saying, if we're not conscious that karma is not, or if we say we'll get with karma, doesn't mean that we're wishing negative things on that person. It's just karma is energy. Like what you put out to the world, you get back, and everything comes around in cycles. And so if our intention is to take down people, to hinder their growth, to push them off their path, to stop what destiny, what jar spirit, the universe has already planned and mapped out for us light workers, or those of us souls who are awakening right now, to be on a very different mission and to how we once viewed our lives or the world, it will get balanced out, and it's unavoidable. And for me, that is where I get my stability and my root chakra, and I'm just focusing on the red on the video and the red in the time 717 on the clock. That gives me strength. Like, it's the faith and the trust in the divine and the universal powers, universal laws, that everything will always find its balance. And so if we continue to act with good intention and maintain love, just bun all that fear shit out the window, our karma recalibrates and the light grows. Yes, we acknowledge the darkness. We love it sometimes, you know. There's still a little bit lingering after what I went through, and not at my best 100% in the physical realm, I guess. In the astral, I'm flying, but we take it as it comes. But intentionally being a good person, and I don't mean, you know, we can't all be Mother Teresa, bless her, but being good to our friends, family, mates, whoever we share love with, like helps our karmic energy and the balancing of that. And so I think this might be a message to people that I know who are watching me still, and as if we continue to act with malice, and maybe these people still aren't aware because they're so in the programming of ego and damaged sort of, I don't really like the word, of wounding, they're not thinking straight. Like, it's just, it's a you're a wrong un. Like, you should really, don't like the word should, it would be advisable, really advisable, to stop doing this stuff, especially when you don't know who protects certain people that you're working on. Like, everybody just can have their own life. Allow people to live the life they want without getting involved in people's business, especially if you're using other realms and entities to block someone that you view as your enemy, because they're in their light and you're in the darkness. I would be very, very careful with certain entities that people are connecting right now, sending curses and hexes to nice people. I'm a nice person, been raised by nice people. All my mates are nice. Yeah, we've all got our shitty, funny ways sometimes, but karma, karmic justice, this is a massive, massive time for everything levelling out in the age of light. Everything levelling out. So really advisable to overstand or understand like why we would do a spell, why we would do this kind of stuff, because the results are inescapable. Yeah, the energy's already been worked with, and what you've spoken to the divine or the lower realms, or how you're communicating, be that verbally or with divination, what goes around comes around. And I would love to focus on the love vibration and the abundance that's in my world and those around me right now. I see people just leveling up in incredible ways, adding skills to skills upon skills, full joy in the days, living in gratitude like never before, and giving thanks to the ancestors, giving thanks for life, giving thanks for breath. Because as I said, we'd otherwise be dead. So stop the moaning, stop the manipulation, stop the control, leave people alone. Otherwise, wouldn't want to be you right now. 111. Sorry.